Hey, how's it going, do-it-yourselfers? Got some interesting news for you today. As if the Audi project wasn't going slow enough, I've managed to get myself involved in another project vehicle. And of course, if you're wondering what it is, it's none other than a 1969 Ford Fairlane 500. Yeah, baby. All right, now I know some of you are pretty frustrated with the Audi vehicle and Audi project and how slow that's been going, and right now you're probably even more frustrated. I feel the same way, to be honest. I'm pretty frustrated on how slow that's been going. I've just been too busy, and now I've got myself another project vehicle. But to be fair to me, I wasn't planning on getting this. What happened was a friend of mine had some family members that owned this, and they were selling it for a really good price, which was $2,200 bucks. And he called me. He has no place to keep it or doesn't know how to fix cars. So basically we shared this vehicle. I purchased half of it. In exchange, now I'm gonna, we're gonna share the cost of the parts as well, but I'm gonna get it running, gotta fix it up, and have it as a fun vehicle to drive around town, and hopefully that's the plan at least. But I'll promise you, I'll probably be way after we're done with the Audi, or at least partially done with the Audi. Plus, a while back, I know I promised not to ever go Fairmont project on you guys, but I never said anything about not going Fairlane project on you. All right, to be perfectly honest, I didn't know much about these cars at all before I bought it. I pretty much thought it was a good idea to, if you're gonna get into vintage and classic vehicles, this would be a good entry-level vehicle. If you screw things up, you do the body work poorly, whatever. You bought the car for $2,200, you're probably still gonna make it look better than what it is now, and you're not gonna be out a whole lot of money. But as far as the engine, the specs goes, I think the base engine on these cars was the inline-six 3.3 liter, and then the step up from that was a 289 or the 4.7 liter or the 302, which I believe was the 4.9 liter V8 engine. And on this car I have the 289 4.7 liter. As I'm about to show you, this guy right here, the 4.7 liter V8 engine. And these guys are supposed to make 195 peak horsepower and 285 pound-feet of torque, which is pretty impressive for a 1969 vehicle. Also, it's pretty cool how much space there is around this in this engine bay. Should be fairly easy working on this engine. As far as accessories, well, there's your alternator, there's your water pump, and that's it. Now we do seem to be missing a bolt or two. I'm gonna assume this lower one was probably for a radiator fan, but they swapped that out and put this electric fan in here, and then they jerry-rigged the electrical. And as you can see, it's got a wire loose right now. Well, and I almost forgot, probably one of the reasons why I got the car for such a cheap price is probably because it's a non-running vehicle. It's got a non-running engine. There's a hole in the gas tank, the carburetor needs to be rebuilt, and also I was told it overheats. But we cranked the engine, we put some starter fluid in there, and it ran for a few seconds. It didn't sound bad at all. There was no funny noises. I'm gonna assume probably the overheating might have to do with the fan probably not working properly, and also even if it's got a head gasket issue or problem with the cylinder heads, I'm not scared of that. It should take all of hour and a half, 2 hours to get the cylinder heads off of this engine, given how much space there is to work on this engine, so shouldn't be a big deal. Plus, all things considered, the body on this vehicle is in pretty decent shape. Obviously the paint and the clear coat is shot, that has to be redone, but the body itself, it's in decent shape. I don't think any of the panels have to be replaced. Of course, it's got its fair share of dents and dings. There's one there, there's one there. That might be hard to get out. And there's one big one on the driver's side, right where that body line is too, actually. But, hopefully I'll be able to straighten this out to a reasonable degree. Now the interior is in a bit of a rough shape. The window on this side is all broken. The seats are in a pretty rough shape too, as you can see. It goes for both the front and the rear, but that's a given when you're going to be redoing or restoring a classic car. And here's a look at the cluster and the dashboard, which is in pretty rough shape, as you can see. But again, this is all worth it, especially since it comes with a kill switch that's just laying out here for some reason. Oh, and another reason why I got this car was that this vehicle has been in Southern California most of its life. I've peeked under the car, all around, as much as I could see. There's no rust. We hardly ever have rust issues here. And let me show you the trunk as well. And as you can see, There is no evidence of any rust in here at all. Now there is some surface rust here, but this is all solid metal. This is not, the metal is all there, so this can easily be refurbished. Same on the left or the driver's side, as you can hopefully see. Again, some surface rust, but this is all solid metal. And by the way, this comes with the 3-speed automatic transmission. If I'm not mistaken, these were the first automatic transmissions that Ford made and used in its vehicles. As far as what I plan to do with this car, again, I like to restore it. I'm not gonna go crazy. One thing that has to be done though, the paint obviously has to be done, because even if I get it running, driving it around looking like this, it's not gonna be fun. And I actually like to change the paint to all black. I think that will go really well with all the chrome that's on this car, which also is in good shape and should help keep the cost down when restoring this car. Again, the interior is in pretty bad shape. That has to be restored. Probably won't spend a whole lot of money. We'll probably try to go cheap on the interior, save the money for the outside, for the paint. Maybe rebuild the engine, rebuild the transmission. Probably won't change them and swap them and go for something super powerful or crazy like that. But yeah, just the basic restoration should do for this vehicle, as far as I'm concerned. Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. And if you want to keep up with what's going to happen in this car, again, it's going to be a while before I get to this. First the Audi, then this. But we'll get it running, that's for sure, probably in the next few weeks to a month or two. But yeah, leave suggestions and comments down below this video. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell notification, or check out any of my videos in the suggestion box. And if you want to help me more, come join me on my Patreon page. All right, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.